comes to transformations, the people who need it the most seem to want it the least. And the people who want it the most need it the least. When I first started doing one-on-one coaching, I decided I'm going to charge $2,000 an hour. Now, some people say, well, nobody's going to pay you that. Cool, then I don't have to do the coaching. People are so attached to hopefulness to a specific outcome that they feel like if they don't get that, then somehow that devalues them as a person. That if somebody doesn't want to pay the price that I charge, then they don't think they're worth it. It's not that they don't think I'm worth it.
Good morning, my beauties. Welcome back to my channel. I am MP, Miss Pravala. I'm currently making your orders of the secret plant that some of you are going to receive before the webinar. This video is purely to give you more details on the webinar. So the webinar is going to be divided into 3 groups. One group is going to go on the 31st of January, so it's Wednesday. A second group is going to go on Thursday the 1st. Initially it was 1 p.m. but actually I've changed it to 3 p.m. and then so far a third group is going to be on the 2nd, Friday the 2nd. I wanted to explain to you so you have this video as reference. I'm still gonna do the packages. We have to start shipping them ASAP because I want the majority of you to have the taste this plant, to see the difference, especially if you are interested in a spiritual experience using something that has been used for centuries. So it's very, very bitter. It comes in this little container. And basically, this container has enough for 3 takes, 3 dosages, okay? It's really, really minimal. I can't give you more than this. First of all, because it's very bitter, but second of all, because it's very sensitive. And this is something that for the first time, you really have to take with an elder. Because you never know, you know, if you happen to leave your body, astral travel, it may be a kind of a traumatic experience. But anyways, so this little container has enough for 3 takes. So you're going to calculate so that you take the first take, the first one, 6 hours before the webinar. And you're going to take basically a quantity here and you put it on your hand like this, okay? And you need to have something, either a whistle or a drum. Do not use anything like Tibetan bowl or things like that, okay? It has to be either percussion or a bell, which basically you're going to light a candle, a plain white candle, and you're going to hit the bell on your heart. And you're going to pray that the spirit of this plant allows you to perceive your spirit entity and whatever information is going to help you in this event and for the rest of your existence. Basically, you have to take it, and it's very bitter, for me at least. Maybe because I like sweets. So I have to take it now just to show you, but okay. And after you take this, you're going to eat one full banana, okay? Very ripe after this. If it's too bitter for you, you can cut up the banana and mix it with raw honey. And that's that. So the point is 6 hours before. So say it is too early for you, say we have the Wednesday session on the 31st of January, but maybe for you, because it's going to be 1 p.m. my time here in France, so it might be late afternoon if you're in whatever part of the world, or it may be early morning if you're in a different part of the world. So you may take it before going to bed, the first take. The second take is going to be in the middle of the night, 3 hours before the webinar. And then the third one, so basically, like I said, this quantity is good. It has to be taken 3 times. And the third one you take as we open up for the webinar. Anyways, so you don't have to do anything special. For the webinar, you bring something to write, a notebook, pen, paper, pencil, whatever. And also have a full bottle of water, a glass of water, or an empty glass. You may need to hydrate, especially because we're going to do a couple of rituals, at least one ritual per session. So at least one ritual per session. So we are going to do for the whole webinar at least 3 rituals. Basically me invoking your entities, and yes, you may feel dizzy, you may feel whatever. Okay, so have a bottle of water and a glass so you can hydrate. In between each hour, we're going to have a 30 minutes break, which basically the webinar is going to last a total of 4 hours and 30 minutes. So when we start here, say on the 31st of January at 1 p.m., and this video, as you noticed, is, the recent videos I don't edit, okay? So bear with me. So it's 1 p.m., so 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. So for my time, it's going to last until 5:30 p.m. from 1 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. So it's 4 hours and a half total. You know that when I do anything, I go very deep. I don't do anything like just flimsy. So make sure that whatever is going on in your life, you will not be disturbed. If you need to take the day off, you're gonna see in my in the page of my website, I wrote it. If you need to take the day off, take the day off. You need to be fully committed to this, okay? You can't be disturbed as it's happening, and that's why I'm taking several groups so that we are not too many in the webinar. And yes, the goal is that you are fully in. And 4 hours and 30 minutes for most people is a long time. I don't expect you to just be passive and expect me to do all of the work and then you're just going to magically reap the benefits, okay? You have to be involved. After the webinar, you might be prompted to do some rituals on your own, especially if we find any type of blocks or curses things of that nature. Okay, so I can't tell yet. At the end of the webinar, I will tell you what the recommendations are and what you, if there are things that you need to do, any types of offerings of things like that. Okay. If you're a potion, goddess, if you are one of my clients or one of my potion customers, for sure, bring your potion, so that we will, at the second hour, we will customize your potion, not with your DNA, because this is reserved for private clients. However, we're going to turn the potion into a portal, and we're going to imprint your vision in the potion. And this is going to help you, because the goal of this manifestation webinar is to be able to craft your vision board and to craft your affirmations and your focus wheel, which you're going to need for the remainder of the year. So bring your potion, even if you already customized it. Bring your potion. Okay, so I will make another video after this one, or maybe tomorrow or whatever, because I still need to finish off with the packing, so that these here go tomorrow morning. They're going to leave at the post office. Any of you who is still right now registering, who is still paying, just know that if you paid too late, you will not receive this. This is a gift, okay? This is a gift from me to you. So if you pay too late, then there's no use for me to send this to you, knowing that you will not use it during the webinar because it won't arrive on time. So let me put it out there in case someone or some of you do not receive it and start emailing us frantically claiming your entitlement to have this, when this is, like I said, a gift. It is not mandatory. It's a gift from me to you, but you need time to receive it, and I'm shipping it by postal services, so I can't guarantee that it will arrive before the 31st of January, so that you have enough time to take it for the event. Okay, if you don't have it, then you don't have it. Then you will do the webinar without it. Like I said, it's a gift, so it's not mandatory. However, if you are curious to use this, then register ASAP, because again, anyways. Okay, so let me get something else, because it's very it's very bitter actually in my mouth. So I have this other mixture. Oh, better. Okay, so if you're interested in participating in the manifestation webinar, if you're stuck in scarcity in any aspect of your life, if you have odd programming, limiting programming around anything, around the state of your life, basically if you have any type of pain regarding your life, if you feel that your life should be better in any aspect, If you feel disappointed, if you feel like your development or your transformation has been slow, if you feel that you should have been better, higher, faster, further, this webinar will definitely help you. If you're one of my potion girl, most likely you're not in the, there's no use for you to be here really, because we've done that work. However, you may be interested in the vision board aspect if you want an actual tool, if you want to implement and have a visual and turn it into a portal so that you have a clear sort of vision of your timeline of what you want to achieve and what your soul's mission has in store for you if all of the roads are open. But for the majority, my potion lovers love potions, feel the entitlement to having the most amazing experience, the most amazing transformation. You love potions because you love potions. You love potions because you're called for it. You love potions because you know you're worth it, because you've accepted that your body is a temple. Of course, we always want transformation. Of course, we want to have the magnitude of our manifestation. However, my potion girls are not in scarcity. My potion girls thrive even before the transformation started. It is a mindset, actually, when you are already free in your mind. It shows that you have already moved past certain curses. Someone who is cursed, someone who has still attachments, is going to be scared of a lot of stuff, is going to be tiptoeing on making any type of decision where they have to open their hand and spend their money, because that's the name of the game. The goal is for you to get over any limitation, any scarcity belief that you have, so that those low or negative entities start detaching themselves from you, because you're no longer a vibrational match to them. And then as we do the webinar, and as you start doing the purification baths and all of the rituals, then you get rid of them completely. That is actually a big sign that you should take the webinar. If you have fear that it may not work, let me do, all of the DIY ladies out there, or like, oh, let me try this, let me try a candle spell. You're tiptoeing because you're afraid of losing money, because you believe that money is so real, or you're afraid of whatever. When your life is less than perfect, just think about it. You have nothing to lose but more to gain. So I'm speaking really for you if you're in scarcity. If you're scarcity in your belief that there are no good men out there. If you're in scarcity in that, how am I going to manifest, how am I going to multiply my money experience? It means that for sure you have not connected with your money entity, or your money entity has turned their back on you, or XYZ. Anyways, I've talked too much. If you're interested, this thing. If you're interested, register. The link is going to be on the screen and in the description box. And we'll see. We'll see if there's anything else I need to say. I'll come and I'll do another video. For sure, I'm going to make a video on what you have to do in the 4 weeks after the webinar. I'm going to give you 4 activities that you must do after the webinar. 4 activities which you have to do 4 weeks. So the first week of February, second week of February, third week of February, fourth week of February. And who knows, after this, I may actually put the webinar on the website. It will never be any less than the price that it is right now. So it's more interesting for you to actually attend the live event, because if I put the replay on the website for anyone who wants to purchase, it will not have the actual live rituals, so the channeling and things like that. It will be mainly on the lectures. So let me recap. First hour, what is manifestation, and who are the entities who enforce the laws, these infamous forces of the universe? Who are they, and what is manifestation? How can you positively manipulate this phenomena to serve you? Second hour, we're jumping into how to turn your vision board into a portal. So we need to tap into your timeline. So that's actually something that we're going to do, visioning your timeline, as we would have already identified what is your block, who is blocking you in the first hour, which entity basically is with you on this specific endeavor. So in the second hour, we're going to tap into the timeline and transform it into your life map of the year. The life map is basically something that, I don't know if it exists, but I basically named life map. It is the notion of manifesting your memory. Manifesting, is basically remembering your future. Does that make sense? It's remembering your future because you have tapped into your timeline. So you have tapped and been in the vision of what your life is meant to be. What is basically open for you and what is not open for you. The point is not to create or steal from somebody else's. The point is for you to find harmony in the vision. That's why we're going to do that together, so that you tap into the vision. So we're turning it into your life map. And then from the life map, we're going to transform it into the potential of a vision board with you in the center and having all aspects of your life map around you, having this harmony. How are you in this whole phenomena? Who are you? How do you show up? And what are your rituals? Okay? So how are you supposed to use your potion? When are you supposed to wake up? Are you supposed to do A, X, Y, Z? Okay? So this is going to help you craft your vision board. That's when you have the green light to go to your Pinterest or to Google, whatever, to get images that fit your visioning, that fit what you saw when we do the ritual of jumping into your timeline, what people like to call the quantum field. But the quantum field means everything, because you can jump in the quantum field, float in the cosmos, and say, I want what she has. And then it is against cosmic law. The law enforcers of the universe will turn that into a curse for you that you will have to pay sooner or later. It's not because you suffer 20 years later that it is not a return of karma, basically. You may see two events that are obviously unrelated or uncorrelated, but which are actually completely related. So be careful. And from there, we're going to turn it into, so from the life map, we're going to turn, I'm going to teach you how to turn your vision board into a portal. This is basically the part where you're going to come back later on a replay once you do your vision board, because you will only have 2 weeks to do your vision board. Otherwise, it's not fresh anymore, and you're procrastinating, and you're not making use, you're not activating the actual entity that we summoned So once you call spirit, once you call spiritual entities, whatever, they are, you don't make them wait. It means you're ready to work. So you will have 2 weeks to come back, do the vision board, and turn the vision board into a portal. The portal is going to help you on a daily basis when you do your moaning, when you apply your potion, when you do your affirmations, so that it basically connects you to that specific entity. And based on the request the entity wants, you'll basically do that. It is basically starting this contract. The third hour, I'm going to take a couple of you. I don't know how many people I'll be able to take. That's why I separated, in small groups. And the last part, we'll wrap it up by me telling you how you basically bargain with that specific entity that showed up, so that you start multiplying whatever experience you want. If it is transformation in terms of finances, in terms of lifestyle, in terms of relationships, or whatever, this entity, this spirit, is going to serve as your partner, your ally, your business partner. So I'm going to teach you how to turn this into a transaction, so that you have almost always, 99% of the time, the guarantee that the vision turns into 3D manifestation, and not you failing to manifest. In my previous video, in one of my previous videos, I told you, if something happens in your life that you didn't want, it means you didn't manifest. You only use the term manifesting when the outcome is what your vision was. The problem is, most of the time, you visualize, you make up stuff that wasn't supposed to be yours. So you end up not manifesting because it wasn't yours in the right place. You have no entitlement to it. Or because you're still a puppet, you're still in doubt, you're still in fear, you're still looking at the 3D with the eyes of a scared human, afraid of losing, afraid of whatever, and definitely not feeling worthy. When you don't invest in anything that feels like it's your expansion, and I've mentioned that in other videos, you have to trust that when you go and you buy something, there's an energy exchange, which is called money, okay? Which is ushered by your money entity. So if ever the person that you're giving money to is not, it's not honest, just know that they will pay. They will pay for it. Because your money entity is not there to make you lose money, because it means that you're losing of them. It is, of course, when you've activated them. If you don't have your money entity, you haven't identified them, then it doesn't matter. You don't have that anyways. Same thing for the entity, which is guaranteeing that you attract safe love, sacred love, sincere love, commitment. If you don't have that, it means that they turn their back on you. So this is the contract you need to reopen. Okay? This video is over. Let me finish the packages. If you're interested, definitely sign up. It's going to be here on the screen, and it's going to be in the description box below the video. And if you're watching this video way after the webinar again is still available in the capacity that I just mentioned. Okay, maybe or maybe not, who knows. Okay, enjoy and see you in my next one. Bye.